Okay, let's look at question 5. Question 5 is focusing on the following areas of study: rhythm and meter, harmony and tonality, texture and melody, and timbre and dynamics, and is worth in total 9 marks. It's made up of 2 different excerpts of music, so we're going to start by looking at excerpt A, which is played 3 times. Question 5A is asking you to describe the texture of this excerpt, so you need to be holding in your mind textural keywords, for example, monophonic, unison, homophonic, polyphonic, melody and accompaniment, or contrapunctal. For 5B, you need to name the instrument which plays the melody. It's worth noting that it says instrument rather than voice, which means you can rule out vocal textures, for example, call and response, and also a cappella. 5C is asking you what the tonality is for the excerpt. So, is the piece of music in a major key or a minor key, or is it pentatonic, or is it modal, or is it dissonant or atonal? 5D, you're being told that the time signature of the music is 3/4, which means there are 3 quarter note beats per bar, 3 beats per bar basically. You need to write which Italian term best describes the tempo or the speed of the music. So, Italian terms going from slow to fast are as follows. Slow terms would be lento and adagio, that means slow. Andante, which is a walking pace tempo, so I would say that that's roughly 60 beats per minute, so 1 beat equaling 1 second. Then you've got moderato, which is a little bit quicker than andante, around about 80 beats per minute. Then you have allegro, which means fast. Then you have presto, which means very fast, and then prestissimo, which means the tempo is as fast as possible. Let's have a listen to the excerpt. Okay, so I can already hear that we have a solo woodwind instrument being played over a pizzicato accompaniment in the strings. So it would be safe to say that we have a melody and an accompaniment. Okay. The instrument that you heard had a very, very sad quality in terms of sound. It's a woodwind instrument and it is played with a double reed. It's called a cor anglais.
Here is excerpt A for the second time.
Having looked at the mark scheme, you could have also put oboe or bassoon, and those would have been accepted, although the actual correct answer was cor anglais. The tonality is clearly sad and reflective and melancholy, partially amplified by the fact it's using a cor anglais, which is an instrument which does have a very sort of sad, melancholy type timbre. So the tonality is minor. Okay, we're now going to work out the tempo. So we're going to listen to it again, and I shall mark where the beat is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and count how many clicks I can fit into 1 second.
Here is excerpt A for the third and final time.
Okay, so those are my clicks, and I'm looking at my watch. So on average, it's approximately 3 beats that I can fit into the space of 1 click. So I would say that the tempo is moderate, or moderato. You could also say that the tempo had a walking pace to it, so you could put andante. If you look at the mark scheme, there's a number of responses that you could have put for this. You could have put andante, you could have put moderato, andantino, which is a little bit quicker than andante, adagio or lento, which is your slower terms, or allegretto, which is slightly slower than allegro. And allegretto is the actual tempo marking of the excerpt.